Ladies and gentlemen, let me paint a picture for you, a woman standing at the crossroads of heartbreak and hope. The world would understand if she chose bitterness or despair, but she stands tall, shoulders back, and says, "Today I choose joy." The power of choice. Joy isn't an emotion that sneaks up on you. It's a decision you make every day. It's the defiant, holy declaration that life may test me, but it will not break me. The kind of joy I'm talking about isn't fleeting or fragile. No, it's rooted in something eternal, something untouchable, your God-given purpose. Redefining joy. Some people mistake joy for ease, but let's set the record straight. Joy isn't about walking through life unscathed. It's about knowing that even when you're bruised, even when life feels messy, there's still beauty to be found. Joy says, "I see the storm, but I also see the rainbow God promised after." The role of faith. The secret ingredient to lasting joy, faith. Faith in the one who sees your struggles and whispers, "I'm still writing your story." Faith that reminds you your worth isn't tied to your circumstances, but anchored in his unshakable love. Resilience as a mindset. A joyful woman isn't naive, she's resilient. She knows what it means to cry in the night but still wake up saying, "This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it." That resilience is what makes her a force to be reckoned with. The ripple effect of joy. When a woman chooses joy, it's contagious. Her smile becomes a lighthouse for others lost in the fog of their own struggles. Her laughter is a melody that lifts the heavy hearts around her. She is proof that joy isn't just for her, it's for everyone she touches. Practical steps for joy. How does she do it? She starts each morning with gratitude, counting blessings instead of burdens. She surrounds herself with voices that uplift, not tear down. She learns to say no to what drains her and yes to what feeds her spirit. Overcoming joy stealers. She battles the joy stealers' comparison, negativity, fear, and fights back with tools like prayer, scripture, and community. She reminds herself that her race is hers alone to run and that comparison is a thief with no place in her life. Joy as a legacy. When this woman leaves the stage of life, her joy remains. It's in the hearts of her children, the laughter of her friends, and the memories she created. Her joy becomes her legacy, a testimony of what it looks like to live fully, freely, and faithfully. The power of choice is one of the most sacred gifts we've been given. Life can throw all sorts of challenges our way, storms, struggles, heartbreak, but in the midst of it all, there's a profound truth we must understand. We still have the power to choose how we respond. It's easy to feel like circumstances control us, like we're victims of whatever life decides to throw our way, but that's not the full picture. The truth is, our choices have the power to shape our reality, to transform our mindset, and ultimately to lead us to a place of peace and purpose, no matter the external chaos. Choosing joy isn't about pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's not about ignoring pain or running away from problems. It's about making a conscious decision every day, sometimes every hour, that you will not let your circumstances define your inner peace. You are not a slave to your emotions, and your joy does not depend on what's happening around you. Instead, joy is a decision, a bold declaration that no matter the weight of life, you will still choose to stand in faith and move forward with hope. This choice to choose joy is a powerful act of rebellion against the forces that would try to steal our peace. It's choosing to look beyond what is temporary and embracing what is eternal, the love of God, the purpose He has placed within you, and the divine strength that flows through you. The world may try to tell you that joy is only for those who have it easy, for those who seem to have everything together. But I'm here to tell you that joy is for everyone who dares to rise, even in the face of adversity. is for the woman who decides, despite the battle, I will not let this moment define me. I will rise. When you choose joy, you tap into something deeper than fleeting happiness. You align yourself with your highest calling. You're saying, I trust that God is still working in me, even when I can't see the full picture. You remind yourself that your joy is not contingent on your circumstances or anyone else's approval. Your joy is anchored in something far greater than the moment you're in. The beauty of choosing joy is that it becomes your strength. It doesn't just change your mood, it transforms your perspective. You begin to see life through a lens of gratitude, and suddenly your worries feel lighter. The challenges you once viewed as insurmountable now become opportunities to witness your own resilience. You start to realize that joy isn't just a feeling, it's a powerful force that works within you, empowering you to move mountains, to shift atmospheres, and to inspire others to do the same. And the most remarkable thing happens when you choose joy. You begin to notice that it's contagious. The light that shines in you starts to reflect into the lives of others. Your joy becomes a beacon, drawing people to you, offering them hope when they feel hopeless. It's not just about you, it's about the way your choice to embrace joy can ripple out and affect everyone around you. You become a living example of what it looks like to hold on to hope, to stand firm in faith, and to choose joy in the face of adversity. So don't underestimate the power of your choices. They may seem small, but the truth is that every day and every decision you have the ability to change the course of your life. Choose joy and watch how it transforms not only your heart, but the hearts of everyone you encounter. The choice is yours. We've all heard the word joy, but how many of us truly understand what it means? The world often tells us that joy is tied to circumstances, the perfect job, the ideal relationship, the life we've always dreamed of. But real, lasting joy isn't rooted in anything external. It isn't a fleeting emotion that comes and goes with the wind. It's deeper than happiness, which can be easily influenced by the ups and downs of life. The true joy is something you carry inside of you, something that doesn't rely on whether the sun is shining or if everything is going according to plan. To redefine joy, we must first acknowledge that it is not the absence of struggle. In fact, true joy is often birthed in the hardest moments. It's the strength you find when you're facing your greatest challenges, and you choose to hold on to a peace that surpasses all understanding. It's the ability to look at a difficult situation and say, I may not have control over everything, but I have control over my heart, and I choose joy. Joy is the decision to not let your circumstances dictate your spirit. What if joy is not about having everything you want, but finding contentment with what you already have? It's about finding the beauty in the smallest moments, in the quiet mornings with a cup of coffee, in the laughter shared with loved ones, in the strength that rises up within you when you face a setback. Redefining joy means that we stop waiting for the perfect moment to experience it. We stop looking for joy in things that are fleeting, and instead we choose to see it in the here and now, in the moments we often overlook. Redefining joy also means shifting our focus from the temporary to the eternal. When we anchor our joy in something deeper than life's circumstances, we tap into a joy that is unshakable. It comes from knowing that we are seen, known, and loved by a Creator who is working all things together for our good. When you know that your joy is anchored in God's promises, it doesn't matter what storms may come. You know that joy is not something that can be taken from you because it's not dependent on your situation. It's a gift that God has already placed within you. True joy is also about freedom, the freedom to be who you are without apology in every season of your life. It's the freedom to laugh when others would expect you to cry, to keep going when others might give up, to find peace in the midst of chaos. Joy is a declaration of freedom from the weight of comparison, from the pressure of perfection, from the need to prove anything to anyone. It's knowing that who you are in this moment is enough and that you are worthy of joy just as you are. And joy is contagious. When you redefine it, you give others permission to do the same. When you show up with joy, even when life feels hard, you inspire those around you to find their own joy. It's not something you keep to yourself. It's something that multiplies, that spreads like wildfire, lighting up the lives of everyone you encounter. Redefining joy is a revolution, a rebellion against the belief that happiness is something that can be earned or bought. It's embracing the truth that joy is already within you, waiting to be unleashed. And when you begin to live from this place of joy, you realize that it changes everything. It changes how you walk, how you speak, how you love, and how you view the world around you. Joy becomes your foundation, your strength, your light in the dark, and your constant companion through every season of life. It is not just a feeling, it is a lifestyle, and it is available to you right now. Faith transforms how we experience every moment. When you lean into faith, you see things from a different perspective. You no longer see the setback as defeat, you see it as a stepping stone. You no longer see the struggle as something that will break you. You see it as something that will make you stronger. Faith isn't just a passive belief, it's an active force that moves you forward, even when you don't have all the answers. It is the fuel that drives you to keep going, even when the road ahead looks unclear. Faith doesn't mean you have to understand everything or have everything figured out. It means trusting that God knows what's best for you, even when your vision is limited. It's knowing that He is faithful, even when the way forward seems uncertain. Faith allows you to hold on to hope, even when all evidence seems to point in the opposite direction. It's the quiet assurance that you are not alone in your struggles, that you don't have to carry the weight of your burdens by yourself. Faith is the gentle whisper that says, trust me, I've got you in the moments when the world tells you to give up. Faith at its core is trust in the one who knows you completely and loves you endlessly. It's trusting that He sees you in your pain, in your doubt, in your mess, and He still calls you His beloved. Faith is the lens through which you begin to see the hand of God in your life, in the ordinary and the extraordinary and the extraordinary. It's the eyes that look beyond the immediate and see a future full of possibilities, because you know the one who holds your future in His hands. And faith, especially in moments of hardship, has the power to transform your joy. It's easy to be joyful when everything is going your way, but the true test of joy comes when faith is the only thing keeping you grounded. When the storms of life rage, when the winds are fierce and the waves crash around you, faith becomes your anchor. It's the anchor that keeps you steady, reminding you that joy isn't about everything being perfect, but about trusting that God's love for you is unshaken. Through faith, you can choose joy in the middle of your mess. Faith tells you that even in the wilderness, even in the dark night of the soul, there is a light that will not go out. Faith reminds you that joy doesn't come from perfect circumstances. It comes from knowing that the Creator of the universe is with you, holding you, carrying you, and working everything out for your good. It is faith that empowers you to rise above the chaos, to stand firm in the face of fear, and to move forward with the confidence that joy is still yours, no matter the circumstances. Faith is what allows you to see the impossible made possible, to know that your God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. When you walk by faith, joy becomes your weapon, your shield, and your victory. It's not a joy that is based on feelings or emotions, but a joy rooted in the unwavering trust that God is who He says He is, that His plans for you are good. So hold tight to your faith, because it is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Faith will carry you through the darkest valleys and bring you to the mountaintops. It will lift you. Resilience is not just a trait, it's a mindset. It's the ability to keep moving forward, even when the road feels impossible to navigate. It's about standing tall when the world wants you to crumble and digging deep when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. Resilience doesn't mean you're immune to pain or struggle. It means you have the strength to face those challenges head on, knowing that you have the power to rise above them. It's the quiet determination that says, no matter what comes my way, I will not be moved. I will not be broken. Resilience is forged in the fire of adversity. It's in the moments when life knocks you down, but instead of staying down, you rise up again. You rise stronger. You rise wiser. You rise with more faith than you had before, knowing that every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. Resilience is that inner strength that tells you that every difficulty, every trial, every painful moment is not your end. It's simply a chapter, and you're still writing the story. When you cultivate resilience, you begin to understand that setbacks are not the end of the road, they are part of the journey. You begin to see obstacles as opportunities, not as barriers. Each challenge is a chance to prove to yourself how much you are capable of, to remind yourself of the power that lies within you. Resilience allows you to understand that the pain you're feeling today will not last forever. It's a season, and seasons change. What feels heavy now will one day be light, and you will emerge from the trial stronger than ever. It's easy to be resilient when things are going well, when everything is falling into place. But the true test of resilience comes when life throws you a curveball, when things don't go as planned, when you're faced with something you never saw coming. Resilience is the ability to keep moving even when you're exhausted, even when it feels like everything is stacked against you. It's the mindset that says, even when I'm tired, even when I'm scared, even when I don't understand why this is happening, I will still press on. It's in those moments that you discover how deep your strength truly runs, and you realize that nothing, not even the hardest trials, can break you. One of the most powerful things about resilience is its connection to faith. When you choose to be resilient, you are choosing to trust in something greater than yourself. You're choosing to believe that there is a purpose in your pain, that God is with you through every struggle, and that He will give you the strength to overcome. Resilience is not about doing it alone. It's about relying on the power of God to help you rise when you feel like you can't get back up. It's about surrendering your fears, your doubts, and your limitations to Him, knowing that His power is made perfect in your weakness. And the beauty of resilience is that it doesn't just impact you, it impacts everyone around you. When you stand tall in the face of adversity, you become an example of strength, of perseverance, of unwavering faith. Your resilience becomes a beacon of hope for others who are walking through their own storms. Your story becomes proof that it's possible to rise, that it's possible to overcome, that it's possible to thrive no matter what life throws your way. Resilience isn't about perfection, it's about perseverance. It's about learning how to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. It's about finding the courage to face your fears, to keep going when the road gets tough, and to trust that with every step you are becoming more of the person you were created to be. The woman who embraces resilience understands that every setback is a setup for a comeback, and that the strength to rise is already within her. It's about knowing that no matter how many times you fall, you have the power to get back up, stronger and more determined than ever. When you choose joy, something remarkable happens. It doesn't just change your life, it begins to ripple out and transform everything around you. Joy is one of the most contagious forces in the world. It's like a spark that ignites a fire, spreading warmth and light wherever it goes. You may not always see it, but the impact of your joy reaches farther than you can imagine. It touches the hearts of those you encounter, lifting them up, inspiring them to find their own light, and reminding them that joy is not just for a select few, but for everyone willing to choose it. The ripple effect of joy starts with you. When you walk into a room with a heart full of joy, you don't just change the atmosphere for yourself, you change it for everyone else. Your energy shifts the space, lightens the mood, and offers hope to those who may be struggling. When you choose to show up with joy, even on your hardest days, you give others permission to feel joy as well. Your joy becomes a reminder that it is possible to find peace even in the chaos. It becomes a beacon of hope for those who may feel like they've lost their way. In a world that can often feel heavy and overwhelming, joy is a gift that has the power to heal, to restore, and to uplift. Think about the way one person's joy can influence an entire family. A mother who chooses joy despite the challenges of raising children, a father who embraces joy in the midst of a stressful job. It doesn't just affect them, it impacts everyone around them. Their joy becomes a foundation for the entire household, creating a space where love, laughter, and peace can flourish. Their children learn from their example not just how to handle hardship, but how to carry joy through life's ups and downs. So the ripple effect reaches beyond the family, touching the community, the workplace, and even the world. Joy is not confined to a single person or a single moment. It has the power to spread like wildfire. When one person makes the choice to walk in joy, they light a path for others to follow. It's like a chain reaction, one smile leading to another, one act of kindness sparking more acts of kindness, and soon the world becomes a little brighter, a little more hopeful. Joy creates a domino effect. It brings people together, it builds connections, it reminds us that we're not in this alone, that there is always something to be grateful for, even when things seem bleak. But the ripple effect of joy goes even deeper than that. It has the power to change perspectives. When you choose joy, you begin to see the world differently. You stop focusing on what's missing or what's wrong and start noticing what's beautiful, what's good and what's worthy of celebration. Your joy becomes an invitation for others to step into a new way of seeing their own lives. It challenges them to look beyond the struggles, to find gratitude in the ordinary, and to embrace the beauty in every moment. Your joy encourages others to believe in the possibility of a better tomorrow, to trust that good things are coming and that they are not alone in their journey. And the ripple effect of joy isn't just felt by those around you, it changes you. As you choose joy, you start to see the goodness in your own life more clearly. You begin to notice the small victories, the quiet moments of peace, and the countless blessings that are often overlooked. You cultivate an attitude of gratitude that nourishes your spirit, bringing a deeper sense of fulfillment and contentment. As your joy spreads, it comes back to you, overflowing into your own heart, and the cycle continues. The most beautiful thing about the ripple effect of joy is that it never really ends. It moves through time and space, touching lives in ways we can't always see. Every act of joy, every smile shared, every moment of peace offered becomes part of a greater tapestry of light and love that shifts the world one person at a time. Your joy has the power to create waves that extend far beyond your reach, leaving behind a legacy of hope. Joy is not something that just happens to us. It is something we actively choose and cultivate in our lives. It doesn't come naturally every day, and sometimes it requires effort, but the good news is that we can all take practical steps to bring more joy into our hearts, no matter what's happening around us. These steps are simple yet powerful, and they have the potential to transform how we experience life on a day-to-day basis. The first step in cultivating joy is gratitude. It may seem simple, but when you start your day by counting your blessings, whether big or small, you immediately shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right. Gratitude opens the door to joy, because when we recognize what we have instead of what we lack, our hearts begin to fill with appreciation. Even on the toughest days, there is always something to be thankful for. It could be the warmth of the sun on your face, the love of your family, or the simple joy of a hot cup of coffee. By intentionally practicing gratitude, you start to see the world through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity, and joy begins to follow. Another powerful step is to choose your thoughts carefully. Our minds can be our greatest allies or our worst enemies, depending on how we allow them to shape our perspective. When negative thoughts begin to take root, we must actively replace them with positive, affirming thoughts. The Bible tells us to think on things that are true, noble, right, pure, lovely, and admirable, Philippians 4:8. By focusing on the good, we begin to crowd out the negative. It's about shifting our mindset from one of lack to one of possibility, from one of fear to one of faith. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges we face. It means choosing to believe that joy is still possible, even in the midst of difficulty. In the end, joy is not just a fleeting emotion, it's a choice, a mindset, and a lifestyle. It is something we can cultivate through intentional practices like gratitude, positive thinking, rest, and connection. The steps we take to nurture our joy may seem small, but they have the power to transform our lives in profound ways. When we choose joy, not only do we uplift ourselves, but we become a light to others, spreading hope, peace, and love wherever we go. It's within your power to create joy in your life, regardless of the circumstances, and by doing so, you invite a ripple effect that can change not only your world, but the world around you. So choose joy every day, knowing that it's not just about the moments of happiness you experience, but about the legacy of light and love you leave behind.